Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm playing 3 bullet and 3 blitz games on Lichess, pretty much so they don't slap an ugly question mark next to my rating. Let's get started with game number 1. Alright, game number 1, black pieces. We get a Caro Khan, and we're sort of just bulleting out the opening moves, which makes sense. This is a game of bullet, and that's how this is supposed to go. I'd like to get a kingside attack of some sort going. We'll sort of juke them out by targeting the queen side, but rerouting our pieces for that king side attack. Okay, is knight g4 here too aggressive? I don't know. We're going to find out the hard way. Okay, they don't accept the sacrifice. Okay, we'll castle. A little bit of a strange position here. Targets the knight. Nice, free knight. Don't mind if I do. Bishop to e4. You get some pretty good pressure on the opponent's position, but nothing is said and done in bullet until the game ends. Okay, we can just take that though. Move back out of the way. Free pawn, and we do take those, and bishop d3 is now a real threat. I'm happy for a trade. I'm not really sure why the opponent accepted that. If you're down this much material, trading is usually the last thing you want to do. We'll grab the open file, check. Nice, mate. Don't mind if I do. Forced? I think it's forced. Pretty sure it's forced. Rook to e1 is pretty much the only way to stop it, but that's so much free material that we do get the resignation. Okay, with that, we do win game number 1. I was a little bit concerned about my ability to commentate and play bullet, but we're now 1 for 1 out of 3. I will only play 3 games, even if I do lose. What is happening? They confused me so much I played bishop to g5. Hello? What is happening? What an interesting opening. Okay, I'm definitely castling queenside because I have no interest in finding out what on earth this early e5 push is all about. Although I'm sure it has some great... Oh, f5! Oh, they don't see it! We move away! Nice! Disgusting chess on our part, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and take, and knight g5, boom! Confuse the opponent. Okay, they're not confused at all. We'll go ahead and take. I don't know what the follow-up is here. Here? I'm pretty sure the opponent is better here, but I'm gonna leave it up to them to justify that that is in fact the case. I can take that because it's pinned, but we're on really thin ice here. Oh yeah, that's what I didn't see. Yeah, that makes sense. There's no way for me to stop this pawn from promoting. Yeah, best I can do is play for traps, which is a shame. Yeah, oh, the check. Oh, disgusting. No thanks. I usually grind out these games until the last move. I'm gonna have to pass on that one. Okay, with that we lose game number 2. We're now 1 for 2. To be fair, that was a 2400 rated opponent, and I am a measly 2300. One big thing about playing on Lichess is you can only pre-move 1 move at a time. By no means is that why I lost that game. I lost that game because I played worse, and the opponent definitely got the better of me. I'm just bringing that up because I thought it was a good talking point. Probably should have brought that up during the blitz. I need to focus. Whoa, almost a free bishop. Yeah, we cannot have free bishops when we're playing other 2300s. Just not a good idea. Play f4, boom, grab the center. We say boom to give our moves more power than they really have. Okay, we'll play here. I'm pretty sure I can just take and threaten mate. Ooh, that's a pretty aggressive attack, which seems to win us a piece. Oh, it doesn't win us anything. Oh, it's actually even. Okay, we'll grab this free pawn though. I grab a free pawn in return, and suddenly my pawn structure is terrible. Fair play to the opponent. They do give us a pretty nice little attack there. Okay, I'm not really sure what we can make of it though. Open file, I guess. I'm not really confident in what's going on here. It's not opposite colored bishops quite yet. We have both bishops. I just dropped h2. The opponent didn't notice. Okay, we'll go ahead and take, and we're gonna try to create a passed pawn on the queen side, which the opponent seems to allow. So we'll push, push, and push. Check, forces the king back. We'll move out of the way. b6 is a pretty annoying move now for the opponent to deal with, so we're gonna move back out of the way. If they go for the repetition, we have bishop d7, but they don't. We take, and then here. Stops the pawn from advancing. Push, push. Pretty sure we have to bring the king up, and I don't think the opponent has a way to force promotion. So we just push. 10 seconds left though, so oh, whoa, 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 they almost get me with that one. Here, and then we sack. Okay, now we push. Be prepared to take, push, check, here. 5 seconds left. It's gonna be close, but I think we've got this in a bag. Check, and we do pre-move checkmate to win game number 3. Okay, I'm pretty sure even just 1 game is good enough to ward off them sticking that dubious little question mark at the end of your rating, but we do end up 2 for 3. I'm pretty happy with that score considering I was commentating. Let's go to move on to Blitz. All right, Blitz, we're playing 3-0. I'm significantly lower rated in Blitz than I am in Bullet. I wouldn't consider myself a bullet player per se, but I will say I enjoy it a lot more than I enjoy playing Blitz. Not for any particular reason, it's probably just the adrenaline rush. Also, I really enjoy playing like intuitive chess, I guess is the best way I can describe it, and bullet definitely lends itself to that, so we'll castle out of the way. Whereas with Blitz, as long as the opponent plays pretty concrete moves, they're never going to be like struggling to get a decent position. Ooh, f4 is really nice there. Play h6. We still haven't seen the single pre-moves come into play quite yet, and considering the bullet portion has passed, I don't think it's going to catch up to us, unless we play like abysmally slow. Okay, the opponent allows us to grab e4, which previously was blocked off by the knight, still not how the knight moves. I can never draw those arrows for the life of me. Okay, f5 allows knight to g6. Is this a position where I need to give up the exchange? No, so I'm just going to take. Okay, knight takes back. Oh, I hate this knight. Okay, I might just trade my bishop for that knight, because the center is closed at the moment, which means it's hard for pieces to move through it. So I actually think my knight on e4 is better than their bishop, right? And they're going for a knight for knight trade, which makes perfect sense. We're going to move the king out of the way, and we're going to look for g5 here, which I think is a valid idea. g5 is always a valid idea. Always a good move. Go ahead and take. Maybe a rook trade if the opponent wants to go into an endgame. But they might just leave the tension on the open file. Oh, they do take. Interesting. I can take. The king has to take back, or else they lose e3, right? But I don't think I can actually make anything of that. I think it just looks pretty, but I don't think it actually does anything for me. King g6. I'm sort of anticipating the queen trade. It's probably inevitable. Here, I think I'm fine with trading. Maybe not super precise, because their bishop was behind a pawn structure, and mine had visibility, but I didn't really see a way to make anything of it. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy with my pawn structure compared to my opponent's. So we'll try to make something of that in the end game. Am I down a pawn? Oh no, I just have doubled pawns. I had doubled pawns. No more. They are no more. Now we just need to trade queens. The opponent doesn't have a way to make a passed pawn. As far as I can tell, nor do I. So that's a point of contention. Check. I want to keep eyes on this weakness. Check, which I've managed to completely lose sight of. And the opponent is now looking at b4. Okay. Queen here, we're looking at g2. Queen no longer sees b4 either. Okay, queen to f2. Yeah, I'm gonna offer a queen trade. This kind of stinks of draw, to be honest. Yeah, queen here. Oh, actually they had queen takes b4. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure why they didn't go for it. They might actually see it now, so if they play queen d6, king to h5. Oh, we do get a trade, nice. That allows our king to come into play. Oh, I see, and they sort of create this wall, which is quite hard to play against. Okay, I might just have to shuffle around. There's not much that I can really do in this position. That is a free pawn. But I can't actually come and get it, or else they just promote. So maybe white is actually better here. I mean, it might still be a draw, but white is the one that has any sort of real practical chance to play for. Oh, h5 was so important there and I didn't play it. Okay, it's never too late to play h5. We'll play it now. Oh, now they get the passed pawn. Wow, the opponent played this very nicely. Yeah, so king here is forced, or at least highly advised, because now they have a protected passed pawn. I'm not really sure why they're not playing it immediately, but that is almost definitely winning. Maybe it's because they're concerned about like c5 sacrifices, which might be valid. Oh, they trade. That doesn't seem right, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, what about c5 now? Pawn takes here, and I don't get away. So I just have to sort of hold on for a second. Yeah, check. I mean, they can work me back, but the problem is then I think I do get away with c5. Okay, I come up. Whoa, they make a break for it. Wait a minute. Whoa. Okay, c5 now. Takes here. c6, I take. a6, here. a7, here. a8, I promote. So they promote first. But if I play here, takes. I take, they push. So c5 is forced. I promote after they do, but I have no other choice. We'll see exactly what they make of this. Okay, d4. c6, right? That's exactly what we calculated. They're going to push. We're going to take and push as well. Push. They promote, we promote. So actually we have more pawns, but it's their turn, so they can sort of, call the shots, but we get queen to c3, and I think that's game point. I think that's pretty much it. Wow, what a nasty trap, because now I can take back, and we do get the resignation to win what honestly felt like a bullet match. Holy smokes, we do win game number 1 of the Blitz. Yeah, and for those who didn't see it, if the queen takes, I take back. Still not how the pawn moves. I take back, and the king has no time to catch my pawn. I just get away with promotion. If they do anything else like move the king, I trade myself, and then again I have a pawn that gets away. So okay, we are now 1 for 1 in Blitz. We can go 3 for 3, that would be amazing. Oh, we get the white pieces again. Oh wait, I got the black pieces last time. What am I talking about? We get the white pieces against a 22-27. Play bishop to f4. I think I'm slightly underrated in Blitz, because my understanding is that Lichess is a little bit more inflated than chess.com. I believe. That's worth about the 2 cents that I'm offering, but I think that's the case. Play knight to d2, so far pretty normal development. Sure, c3. Right, bishop e7. I don't want to scare the opponent, so I'm going to make a nothing burger move to get them to castle, and then play h4. Nice. It worked. So see, that's the kind of thing that you can do in Bullet without giving it 2 thoughts, while in Blitz, it's like, okay, but if I castle later, that's a weakness, etc., etc. We'll play knight to e5 to grab the center. Take back. We're now threatening to remove one of the defending pieces, but they reroute the knight. We're going to go ahead and take, and I think h5 is called for. Ooh, that is very strange, I'm going to be honest, because that is a weakness. I don't think it changes my approach, but that is worth keeping in mind. Right, we take back, and that is a backwards pawn. Right, g5 sort of tries to ignore what's going on the king's side. So we're going to look for knight to d4, targeting e6, and we're going to look to follow it up with h6 as well. Trying to open up the king's side, almost certainly followed up by g6. Right, g6 closes everything off. Fair play. Is b4 too aggressive? No, it's just inaccurate. Queen g4 is probably much better, going for the pawn. I think the only way to defend that is king to f7, which I would find amazing if the opponent played that, because it invites rook to h3. Wow, they actually play it. Holy smokes. Wow, wait, maybe I'm liking Blitz again. Hold on. we might be having a small character arc here in just a second, because this is way more fun than some of those bullet games. I mean, just look at that. That is disgusting. We'll see what the opponent... Oh, I was going to say we'll see what the opponent makes of it. They just move back. I think I just take. I don't think I can stack any more pressure onto the position, so we'll take with check and recapture. Now, e5 is going to be a little bit of a weakness, so we've got to work pretty hard here to hold on to it. I think they're baiting rook to g3 to play bishop to h4. If I take, they take. I don't know if that's worse for me, but it's probably not better. I don't know. It looks interesting. We'll play into it. Oh, that's not at all what they were going for. They're still looking for e5. I think I just take, because that's a weakness anyways. So I move the knight back. I'm still up a pawn, right? Yeah, I'm still up a pawn. Okay. King d2? I want to develop this rook, but I think the king should be in the center. I mean, we're in the endgame now. Question is, how on earth do I connect these guys? They're not even distant cousins anymore. They're like total strangers. I think d4 is probably the best way to do that. I mean, I'm going to have to open up a file in a second anyways, because, you know, not a lot of sense in having rooks on the board if you're not going to have open files. Okay, we'll drop this little in between rook to d2, just to make sure somebody always has eyes on b2 and they reroute the rook. Okay, what's the best place for this knight? Back on e6? h6 is as good as gone, so we're no longer up a pawn, but e4 is quite nice here, I think. Let him pre-move the recapture as well. Okay, we take. Oh, check doesn't work, thank goodness. Yeah, check doesn't work because the knight is temporarily protected by the pawn. Okay, so they do take back. That was way closer than it needed to be. Let's go knight c7. Sees the pawn, sees the rook. Rook d8 pretty much spells itself out. Rook d4, looks for d5. Bishop c5 is kind of invited. Yeah, well, I even called it, so takes. I think that's good. We are down to 38 seconds. Play this. I don't want any pawns on the dark squares. I have one now, which is fine, about as good as that's going to get anyways. Start advancing the king. What do we do here? Oh, I don't know. I don't have time to calculate it. I think my intuition is telling me to bring the king this way and just play aggressive, since this pawn is very far back. So it should be difficult for the opponent to get a passed pawn themselves. Yeah, they're going to try for it anyways. Check. Problem is we're super low on time here. Yeah, here. Go for the pawn, which we do manage to snag. So there's no way they're promoting now, which is good. Problem is we have 11 seconds left to make anything of this position. And just by sacking their bishop for this pawn, they sort of eliminate a lot of our attacking chances. So we're going to try to go for a little sneaky reroute here. Okay, so far so good. Sack the knight. Check. Here. Oh, please let me out of here. Let me go. Let me be free. No, that loses the queen. No, I've fumbled it. We hold on to the pawn, but that's about as much as we're going to do there. Yeah, we are going to time out. I'm so sorry you guys had to witness that. That's so embarrassing. Wow. We had that in the bag. I just got anxious. I realized my queen was on a dark square, and I was like, she has to be on a light square. And by the time I had dragged her, I was already letting go by the time I realized the king had moved to e6. That is heartbreaking. But okay, we're now 1 for 2 in Blitz. We'll find one more opponent and see if we can finish this off more than even. Okay, black pieces, about time. d5, takes. So far, so good. I like this. Basically symmetrical without being exactly symmetrical. Don't mind if I do. H6, get that bishop out of here. Okay, they're gonna insist, so we're gonna break the pin. And castle. Probably the most boring way I could have played this, but I kind of need this victory after what happened in the last game. Okay, knight goes back. Here, takes. Nothing burger moves. Okay, cool. Queen c7, bishop d6, allow them to take, open up a file, and then question your mistakes when they punish it. Okay, they take right away, which is kind of a weird way to play that. I think we're going to reroute the bishop anyways. I want it to have eyes. Oh, okay, they're going to force us to trade. Fair enough. I still want it to have eyes on these dark squares, though. Okay, I can trade, and they're going to double their own pawn. Yeah, so they have a bishop against my knight. There's not really much I can do about that. I think I should go for a center break here. Does that make any sense? Yeah, because I'm afraid of a kingside attack. But I can't play in fear. I have to play for what's best for my position. Okay, b3 is a good sign because now b4 is a possibility, weakens d4. Even if they take right away, it is pinned, but it sort of just melts their pawn structure away. Like none of these pawns see any other pawns. Not to mention doubled pawns on the king side. So yes, I'm temporarily down a pawn, but I actually win it back right away. In fact, I think I'm just going to take here. Wait, no, if I take queen f2. Sneaky. Okay, we'll take on b4 and then just come back and target d4 anyways. So g4 is a pretty realistic idea here that we're going to have to be concerned about. Queen shuffles over. That is in fact checkmate. Oh, that's what h5 was for, so we couldn't play there. Oh, wow. How on earth do I defend that? Here? Rook takes e6? Oof, that's pretty bad. Okay, yeah, that's the only move, though, as far as I can see. Oof. Sorry. Sorry you guys have to watch that. Yeah, rook takes e6. Ooh, okay. Tough game. We won't give up quite yet. In fact, we won't give up ever. Let's play... we gotta find a good move here. We've got to find the best move of all time, actually. Okay, we're gonna play here. It does allow rook to c1, but I'm just looking for counterattacking chances. Wow, they don't even allow that. g4. We're gonna break open the diagonal again. Knight b4. We're gonna try to force the queen off of the diagonal. There's nowhere safe for her anymore, so we will be able to take back on the next turn. Nice. Queen does take back. Again, we're just looking for counterattacking ideas. But if rook to f4, queen g6 is so bad. Queen f7? It's very, very defensive. Okay, queen to f4. We're down to 42 seconds. Oh my goodness. Consider myself a bullet player. Think again, my friend. Think again. Just looking for queen to f2, I'm going to be honest. And I know that's just looking for drawing ideas with like this back and forth, but it's probably just about what we have in the tank. I'm going to remove the recapture, hoping that that's going to manifest. They're actually taking on f4. Oh, they do. Nice. Oh my goodness. a3. That knight is gone. Wow. Wow. That's pretty bad. Okay. Yeah, there's not much we can do here. Just try to grab some pawns on the way out. Sure. They double. Which does threaten mate, so... Oh, that's mate anyways! Yeah. Oh, they don't see it. Okay, sure. Don't mind if I do. Rook to f8 was the right defense, so if they go back, we'll play rook to f8. They don't, we'll play here. The more time they spend on this... I don't know why I've been saying nothing burger so much recently. It's a very fun word to say. But the more time they spend on the nothing burger attack, the better off I'll be. So we'll take... Check. I move... Oh, that is mate. Wow, that's back rank. Yeah, nice find by the opponent. Okay, we'll play here for the time being, but that's still pretty much mate. Sure... Oh, bishop c4. The funniest thing is I saw that and it forces rook to f8. Yeah, good find by the opponent. All right, GG's. With that, we lose the third Blitz game. I really don't want to end a video on that note because we did play all 6 games as planned. The opponent offers a rematch and I am a spiteful sucker, so we're going to accept it. This time I'm going to rain down on their parade with my boring as sandpaper London system and hope that teaches them a lesson about trying to beat me when I'm just trying to keep my rating without a question mark. Okay, c4 is generally something I like to see on the board. Because it, again, closes up the center and really invites all these kingside attacking ideas. Even the queenside castle is 10 times more comfortable once they've sort of closed up the queenside. Yeah, they're going to go for it anyways, but it's a lot more difficult to prove that there's a good attack there. Not to mention, I think this knight is toast. I think knight to e4 is forced. So we'll keep that pawn pre-move on the board. And this is pure spite chess at this point. Okay, if I take with the bishop, does that change anything? Yeah, it means their knight can go back. But I can still take, and then queen takes on f7, so it doesn't change that much. Okay, knight to e4. Doesn't look right, I'm gonna be honest. We'll take, and then we have this capture, opening up the file. Rah, feel the wrath of my London system. Takes, rah. Feel like Ben Feingold. Rah, attack. Opening up the file, both bishops staring straight into the kingside position. f5 probably is fine, but it looks a little bit desperate. What do we make of this? I mean, bishop d7 is on the board, wins the exchange. but it knocks off my own bishops. Problem is if I play back bishop c6, so I think bishop b7 is pretty much the only reasonable move we have here. Rook c7 would be a baller move by the opponent because it gets rid of the main attacking bishop and it leaves this one sort of stranded, stuck into the queen. So we'll see. If they find that, I'd be pretty impressed. And who knows, if they find an even better way to get out of the position, consider me blown away. But we get bishop to f6. Okay, I'm gonna start by taking. I'm going to take on g7 next. And again, the king is just so exposed. This is going to be very hard to justify. Ooh, okay, they even take check. There's no way yeah, check. This has to be winning completely. Oh, definitely, yeah, check and then rook d1. Oh, wait, rook d1, nothing. It's queen f7 mate. Nice, okay. With that, we did play a bonus game, purely spite chess. No rematch. I need to go to bed. I spent most of today recording a very, very, very exciting collab for the second channel. If you're not subscribed to the second channel yet, go subscribe. It's called I Want Checkmate Clips. It's where I'm going to be doing all the live streams this coming September. But until then, I don't want to leave you guys high and dry for 20 days waiting for me to go live. So I am posting a very exciting collaboration over there. So go check that out. If you guys did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next one.